Ever heard voices in the static when you're listening to an old abandoned radio frequency? Well, if you have, they were probably the voices of the dead. Back in 1997, a college radio DJ was working the overnight shift at a station in New York when he received a call that would change his life forever. It was 3:30 in the morning, and the DJ, who goes by the name Mike on the radio, was playing a song when the phone rang. But when he picked up the receiver, there was no one on the other end of the line, and the caller ID said private. Puzzled, he played the recording of the empty line back for his listeners and then went back to his music. Then the unthinkable happened. A woman's blood-curdling scream suddenly filled the airwaves, and listeners immediately began calling in to report the terrifying sound. Was this some kind of cruel prank? Had someone hacked into the station? What was that noise? Unfortunately, there were no easy answers. And over the next few days, things only got stranger. See? After that first broadcast, the same voice came on the airwaves again. Only this time it was different. This time the voice spoke, but it didn't speak any language that made sense. It just rattled off a series of random letters and numbers before whispering something that sounded like the name Elizabeth. Then it hung up. At first, Mike thought maybe it was some kind of code or cipher, but he couldn't make any sense of it. So he played it again and again until he could pick out the melody in the madness. As it turns out, the voice had actually been speaking the entire time, and the message was much more sinister than anyone realized. Each letter and number corresponded to a name, every single one of which was the name of a person who had died in the town, and each name was whispered with the date of their death. But why? Why would someone do this? And what was the significance of these seemingly random names? Well, we may never know the answer to that question because Mike never found out either. You see, after that broadcast, he never came back to work. No one knew where he'd gone or why he'd disappeared. And his family refused to comment on the mystery. Did he run away? Did he get fired? Was he kidnapped by the person responsible for those calls? We don't know. But some believe that the last broadcast may hold the key to the mystery. Legend says that after Mike disappeared, a burned cassette tape was found in the trash can of his apartment labeled "Do Not Play." And when the radio station's owner listened to the tape, it was filled with the same unintelligible voice reading off more names, even more names of people who had died in the town. This leads many to believe that whoever was behind those calls and broadcasts may still be out there, adding new names to the list with every passing day. And if you happen to hear the voice on the radio, you better hope your name isn't on it. Otherwise, legend says, whatever's whispering your name will find you in your sleep and drag you into the next dimension. Are you scared yet? Well, if so, you might want to tune in tonight because some say that if you listen to the radio at exactly 3:30, you can hear the voice whispering your name. And if you hear your name, you're already too late. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, hit the thumbs up button and check out more content. And remember, don't listen to the radio after midnight.